Hello everyone and welcome to Bloggerna Everything, and welcome back to this channel, and a special welcome to all my first time visitors. It's that time again where we look back at the just ended month and we pick out the top performing players as well as select the player of the month. If you like what you're seeing here, remember to leave a like on the video and to hit subscribe to help the community here keep growing. We're still chasing that 700 subs mark, but also so you can keep up with all the content that will be coming your way on this channel. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. May was a month that was very much all business and no play. Well, I mean, unless you're FC Barcelona, that is, because the La Liga title race definitely reached its crescendo in May as the then three-way title race between Barcelona and the two Madrid giants saw its inevitable conclusion. As we all know, May turned out to be quite an underwhelming month for FC Barcelona, as we ultimately saw the Catalans get tripped up at just about every opportunity to see them finish in their lowest ever league position since the 2007-2008 season, which ironically was the last time that Barcelona had a Dutch manager in the hot seat. With all that said, there were still some players to choose from, though I will admit that there wasn't as many top performing players to pick from as I have had in previous months. Also, I didn't have any players to talk about in the category of most improved. So, the players that I thought were Barcelona's best performers for the month of May were Dembele, Busquets, Griezmann, and Messi. First up, let's talk about Ousmane Dembele. For unknown reasons, Ousmane Dembele found himself watching most of Barcelona's matches in April from the bench, as Koeman opted to use him as a substitute in all but one of the matches that Barcelona played then. May looked set to continue the trend as Dembele once again started the matches against Valencia and Atletico de Madrid on the bench. However, that turned out to be the end of his exile of sorts, as he returned to the starting 11 for an away trip to Levante, starting as a right wing back to all of our surprises. I don't know which one it is. He duly rewarded Koeman for placing faith in him by grabbing himself a first half assist and a second half goal as Barcelona drew 3-0 with Levante. The young Frenchman then followed up that display with two more starts at home to Celta de Vigo and away to Eibar, all of them at right wing back, and he had two solid performances once again as he grabbed an assist for Antoine Griezmann against Eibar. Wait, what? He didn't get the assist? Well, nonetheless, he was dependable and reliable for Barcelona, even despite being forced to play out of position at right wing back, so I believe that he was the best candidate to start off this list. Next up, I have got Lionel Messi. So we move on from a youngish, precocious talent to a veteran and a legend of the game. Lionel Messi is a man that will need no introduction to anybody who didn't just recently start watching football. Much like he has done for the entirety of his career, Messi had another very productive season and also a very productive month in May. He played in 4 of Barcelona's 5 matches played during May, and he scored no fewer than 4 times in that time, with only Jan Oblak being able to stop the Argentine goal machine from doing what he does rather frequently, which is finding the back of the net, in case you recently started watching football. The 4 goals Messi scored took his La Liga goals tally to 30 for the season, and it also accounted for 50% of the 8 goals Barcelona scored in May. Even at the ripe old age of 33, the Atomic Flea continues to score like a cold-blooded striker in the pomp of his youth. Whilst ultimately his efforts proved insufficient for Barcelona's title ambitions, which is saying a lot about how leaky Barca's defense can be, they were still more than enough to see him stick around for the 3rd consecutive month as one of FC Barcelona's top performers. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Up next, it's El Pulpo, or if you'd rather in English, the octopus, Sergio Busquets. From one legendary veteran to another, Sergio Busquets, like Messi, features on my list of best performing players for the 3rd straight month, having made my lists for March and April as well. In fact, Busquets came into May boasting the illustrious title of Blaugrana Everything Player of the Month. He followed that up by continuing to display his fantastic ability to win the ball back, retain it under pressure, and to both see and play defense-splitting passes. He featured in every one of Barca's matches played during May, like that's how crucial he was, and he didn't have even one bad day at the office. At least, not in the traditional sense, as he did have a low moment as he had to be subbed off with a head injury against Atletico Madrid. But even in that match, prior to his substitution, he had very much been giving Atleti the bee's knees, just like he did in all 5 matches he played in. Speaking of players who featured in all 5 matches, we can't not talk about the fourth and final name on my list, Antoine Griezmann. It's always hard to explain just what Griezmann is worth to Barcelona because he just doesn't seem to do enough of what we all expected that he would be doing freely, which is scoring goals. May was no different as he only managed 2 goals, which statistically speaking accounted for 25% of all the goals Barcelona scored in May, but realistically speaking, it just feels like it falls short of expectation. However, unlike Messi or Dembele, Griezmann is the only Barca attacker that helps to really defend from the back. I don't mean pressing from the front, but really like striking all the way back to win the ball. You know, that's what Griezmann does a lot of. So his overall worth to the team goes beyond his goal contribution, and it's with taking all of that into consideration that I feel he is worth including on the list of best performing players for the month of May. This is when I typically make mention of the most improved player of the month, but like I said earlier, I don't have one this time around. However, I do have an honorable mention for one player who I thought had great showings but just missed out on making this video, and that was none other than Ronald Araujo. It's testament to the 22-year-old's latent abilities that he is the most rock-solid defender Barcelona has, and also that he went all season without once getting dribbled past. That's nuts. His proficiency in handling ground and aerial duels will be an asset for Barcelona going forward without a doubt. So, with all that said, I now am just left with picking the player of the month for the month of May. It was really a decision between 2 players, if I am to be honest, and those 2 just so happened to be 2 previous winners of the Blaugrana Everything Player of the Month gong. Even up to the time of scripting this video, I had no idea who to pick, but owing to the fact that May saw him reach the 30 goal mark in the league for the 9th time in his career, I decided to give the Blaugrana Everything Player of the Month award for May to Lionel Messi. Like I said earlier, age doesn't seem to be slowing him down much, and so Coolers will be hoping to see him sign a new contract and stay on beyond 2021. Fun fact though, guess who grabbed the assist on Messi's 30th league goal of the season? That's right, El Pupo himself, Sergio Busquets. That's it for me guys, but before I sign off, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who were your standout performers from May? Was there anyone who you feel I left out? And who was your player of the month? Also, I want to take another moment to congratulate Barca Femení on making yet more history as they sealed a treble to make Barca the first ever sports franchise to win a treble in both the men's and women's footballing divisions. Hats off to you ladies. Thank you for tuning in once again. Have a great day and Forza Barca.